You're watching ABC4 News with Emily Flores, Courtney Johns, and Thomas Keyboy.
Welcome back. With the holiday shopping season in full swing, people are putting the finishing touches, making sure all the special people in their lives have the perfect gifts. For some people, that could mean a new furry friend under the tree next weekend. Our state's shelters are full of cats, dogs, and other critters that need a loving home. But getting a pet, it's a lot of responsibility. It's important to make sure that decision is the right fit for your family and your friends. So joining us today, we have Gwen Schuster. She is the Director of Marketing and Communications for the Utah Humane Society, and she brought with her a little friend here. This is Mouse?
Yeah, Mouse is a 8-week-old kitten. She's a little girl, and she is being a little shy right now, true to her name, but she's really sweet and loving, and she's looking for a home.
And we're talking about pet adoptions today. I know a lot of people are tempted to get a pet for the holidays for their loved ones. What are your thoughts on that? What should people consider?
Yeah, so a lot of people like to ask people not to give pets as gifts, but we're actually advocates of doing that at the Humane Society of Utah, as long as they go about it the right way. So you want to make sure that people are interested in adopting or that they've talked about getting a pet. You know, you don't want to surprise someone if they haven't mentioned about getting a dog or a cat. And then also make sure their lifestyle is ready for it as well.
And I know Emily Flores, for example, is all about surprising the family member. So how do you have those conversations with someone without giving away that you're thinking of getting someone like Mouse?
Yeah, so if you have kids, it's probably a little bit easier to do than if you share the household with other adults. But, you know, maybe start just having some conversations about, you know, if you were to get an animal, what kind of animal would you like to get? Or, you know, maybe show them some pictures of some animals online and be like, oh, if I was going to get a dog, I like this one that I see. So there's lots of options that you can kind of work around that way. Or you can also just surprise them and say, you know, I'd love to sponsor an adoption fee for you. So let's go down to the shelter together and pick out an animal.
That is a really good idea. Sponsor an adoption fee. So would you maybe put together a card or something and then have that experience with them of picking out a family member?
Yeah, or you can even, you know, wrap up a gift for them, maybe try a little stuffed animal in a bag and say, oh, but there's a real one waiting at the shelter rescue for you.
I got a kitten one year for Christmas, and it was the best Christmas of my life. But I know a lot of families are wondering, is my child ready to take on that extra responsibility, because they don't want to end up having to take care of the pet as well. Are there some signs or things that they should be watching for to see if their child is ready to be a pet owner?
Yeah, so maybe start with some other tasks around the house, and if they're able to complete those steps, you know, maybe they'll be able to complete caring for an animal. So maybe start simple and then work your way up to something a little bit harder, like taking care of a cat or a dog.
Yeah, maybe take some puppy steps on that. All right, Gwen Schuster, before we go, where can people find more information on adoption and Mouse if they're interested?
They can visit utahhumane.org, and they can view all our animals online.
All right, fantastic. Gwen Schuster, Mouse, thank you so much for joining us.